Hello, and welcome to the Exotic Trash Podcast. I'm your host, Joey Simcoe, and with us today,
I'm your co-host.
We have our co-hosts, Tim Demeth and Jimmy Skidmore.
I don't think we went through an approval process.
Am I really now a co-host?
Yep, you and Evan are now officially co-hosts, seeing that you guys
Evan's
have been
not
on
even
tour.
here.
I know, but Evan's camping. We can't hold that against
That's
him.
messed up.
I know.
It makes my title worth less now.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay, how about...
Hi, we're your hosts, Jimmy Skidmore and Joey Simcoe. We have here our co-host, Tim Demeth.
And today we're going to be talking about our favorite things about America in light of
The 4th
July
of July.
So, this is technically our first summer episode, so this is going to be a hoot and a holler.
Is it?
Stop.
Yeah.
Why would you call it a hoot and a holler?
Are you sure the positivity
Because I'm trying to keep the
episode wasn't during
swearing down.
summer?
I'm trying to keep the swearing down.
I get that.
Yeah. What'd you say, Tim?
Are you sure the positivity episode wasn't in the summer?
We did that in like March.
No, we did that not
We did
March.
not do it in
It was
March.
like May.
It was
no.
after.
Yeah, it was more like May, but that's not summer.
Summer's not until like June 5th.
Yeah.
I thought that it was. Okay, I thought it was in June.
So, we're going to start this off with our favorite president. Let's start off with Tim. Let's go.
Alright. I've had a little bit of time to think about this, and I haven't really been thinking about it. I'm going to go ahead and do a pretty cliche one, and I'm going to say Abraham Lincoln.
Boo.
Okay, let's put some reasoning behind it.
Well, I just feel like he had a really good way of delivering really powerful speeches in like no time. Like he would whip them up pretty quickly. And also he did a lot in terms of like getting a lot done for freedom for the slaves and like getting rid of that. I mean, he didn't obviously.
He got rid of the slaves.
Well, he ended.
Well,
he
made it.
But I think he was really big about getting a positive step forward in that matter. I just feel like he did a lot in his time, and then plus he got assassinated, and you gotta have a little bit of extra love for those ones. You gotta feel bad. Yeah. And also he is pretty good. The movies made
pretty tall.
Abraham Lincoln movies are pretty good always.
Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer. That's actually a really good movie.
That's actually a pretty dope movie.
Alright, Jimmy?
Favorite American president?
Yes.
I don't want to get canceled, but I'm going to say Andrew Jackson.
I don't think enough people know who Andrew Jackson is to care.
It's that guy, have you ever paid with anything with a 20? That's the guy on that one. Oh, I just like him. He got rid of the U.S. debt for the first time.
That's true.
Got rid of the banks. Big fan of that. They got brought back later, but he got rid of them for a bit. He didn't do a single bad thing during his presidency. Nothing. Not a single bad thing.
I don't know if you can really.
I don't know if you can hear the sarcasm in James's voice.
But I've always had kind of a thing I've said, and it was the Trail of Tears was awful, obviously. But what other choice did he have? Because if you don't move them, then settlers are just going to kill them and take the land anyway. So it's pretty much you either move them and hope the settlers don't follow, or you just leave them there for the settlers to come kill. Because at the time, they didn't really... I mean, at the time, it's not like Congress was going to be like, guys, please, don't do... Well, you know what? Congress might have been like, guys, please don't do it. But no lawman back then was going to stop you from doing that.
Yeah.
So I've always said it was one of those things that was... it was terrible, but I feel like it was the only option. Or at least the option that resulted in less people dying. Well, so, I mean, I don't know if I can get canceled for that.
Yeah.
But I like him. I think he was a people's president. He was for the people.
But when I think of bad things Andrew Jackson did, I think of the act he passed that basically had soldiers force people to cough up their taxes.
Well, you gotta pay your taxes now.
But he had soldiers go collect taxes. I mean,
What else? I mean, if you don't pay your taxes, you can't just send the cops. Because then, like, you might have a shootout. You send the whole army, you pay your sure they're handing over their
They're
money.
not sending the whole
But it's like
army.
scaring people
They're
into
sending-
like submitting to the government.
Yeah, but that's how the government works. That's how the government has always worked.
I don't like it.
Is you have to give us your money or we'll arrest you. In this case, it was so long ago that they're like, we'll just kill you. We'll just kill you and take it.
Murder you
We'll take
in
it.
front
We'll
of
take
your
the money.
family.
Just imagine soldiers showing up at your house and taking your car because you didn't pay taxes. Like, here's your taxes for the years. Andrew Jackson's army shows up and takes like your bucket and horse, and they're like, "All right, you paid your taxes."
So,
No, that segues me into my least favorite president
well, I haven't said my favorite
is
president yet.
Woodrow Wilson.
Well, would you let me say my favorite
Yeah,
president?
go ahead.
My favorite president is Theodore Roosevelt.
That's a big. They
Yeah.
tore down his statue.
They did?
Did they?
Yeah.
Where?
Oh, I forgot.
Smithsonian,
about
I think?
Teddy Roosevelt.
That's... Why?
Outside of it, because he
Why?
was an imperialist.
I forgot about Teddy Roosevelt. I actually really like him.
Yeah,
I love
Maybe
Teddy.
he's my president.
He got canceled.
Maybe
They
he's my favorite
They canceled Teddy Roosevelt.
God damn it. Well, Teddy's my favorite president because he established the national park system, created the FDA, and like he basically made food safe to eat for Americans. And he's
That has to do a little
Like,
bit with
yeah.
Upton Sinclair as well. I'm actually currently reading The Jungle. That's why that's on.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying
Yeah, but
that.
he's
a
an
couple days ago.
imperialist.
You know what? If we put America first, if we put America everywhere, you can't.
You can't say America first. You're gonna
I'm
get
not-
canceled.
I'm not
You're gonna get canceled.
I don't know.
No, that's a solid pick. I'd say he's probably my second favorite.
Yeah, like, and one of my favorite stories about him is how, so he got shot in the chest while he was giving a speech, but he had a book in his pocket. Yeah, his shirt pocket.
Was it notes or a Bible? I've heard that it was.
I've heard
either.
it was. I've heard both, but
Yeah, I don't know which
I
one
heard
it
that
actually
was
is.
a Bible.
yeah, and the bullet was actually like stopped for the most part by the amount
The
of
book,
paper.
yeah.
By the book.
Whatever
And-
book it was.
Whatever book it was, and it actually it barely punched into his skin, so he was fine. And then he was like,
I'm gonna beat him up.
I'm gonna beat this guy up, but I'm gonna finish the rest of this speech, which I think is just like
That's
A
really...
bullet can't stop the bull moose.
that's true. It's gonna take at least 12.
You gotta figure though, stop a bullet. It's got to be the Bible, right?
That's
Unless
what
this
I was
dude,
thinking.
unless this dude's
Well,
writing.
like,
That's
That's
one
a
of the
giant
thickest books.
pocket
Yeah.
to have.
But like, there's no way this dude's scrap notes could have stopped
Well,
the bullet.
now also a lot of books back then were also leather bound, so like there was also the leather and
That's
the paper.
true.
So there was.
Yeah, I guess
that.
if he had like a journal that he put his notes in, then it
Yeah.
wouldn't be
It's
so
funny
bad.
to think that
It's better to think that God saved him. Though. It makes me feel happier.
maybe he was reading It by Stephen King, and that saved him. Because that's almost
He
thicker than
time
the
traveled
Bible.
and
Stop
picked
the-
up it.
Stop a 50 cal with it.
Actually, I think Demolition Ranch.
I was trying to think of his name too.
Yeah.
I knew immediately who you were
Demolition,
talking about.
yeah, Demolition Ranch like shot a bunch of paper and like
Yeah, printer paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes like 10 of them.
Wait,
like
yeah,
10 of
like
actually-
10
I
packs of
would-
printer
10
paper.
packs of printer
I
paper.
would never have guessed that.
But wait, well, you know what? Yeah, let's talk about our least favorite president.
Is that positive for the fourth though?
Yeah, you know what? Scratch that. Let's not
Yeah,
talk
let's
about
not.
our least favorite.
I'm still
president.
sticking with Woodrow Wilson though.
Mine would be Taft.
Taft?
He ruined Teddy's presidency.
You fat bastard.
You fat mother.
Whoa! This is a
You gotta keep the
kid-friendly
cussing
channel.
down.
I gotta keep it
Ben
down.
Gillig is gonna go at you on Twitter.
But okay.
We love Ben Gillig. That wasn't a roast. It was a call out. It was like a cameo.
Yeah, from a past episode. Here, we'll have a card like.
We'll put a
right
link
here.
right here.
Yeah.
Put a link right there.
They go up
Put a
there.
link
They
here.
go up there.
Put a link right there.
They're like
Somewhere
up
There's
there.
gonna be a link.
along my
Right here.
Oh,
there,
whoa.
somewhere. Who knows? What? Okay.
So what's your favorite flavor of popsicle?
Favorite
What
flavor
what
of popsicle?
brand? Like what?
Any
kind of
popsicle. This is America related.
I like bomb pops.
I was going to say bomb pops.
Either bomb pops or the purple flavor of the ones that are in the tube that you like freeze and then you.
Yeah, in the tube.
See, I like bomb pops because they're red, white, and blue.
Oh wow.
I think all our favorite flavors is bomb pops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of bomb pop,
the Middle East.
Stop on into Frozone
The Middle
and
East.
pick up a blue bomb pop sorbet.
The Middle
Did
East.
this guy just do a free plug? You better
Frozone-
give us money for that.
Frozone, please sponsor us. Or at least give Tim a way to get home without me driving him.
One more week and then I get my license.
Remember, kids, don't pass a school bus. It's illegal.
I didn't see that the stop sign was.
This man's didn't see a whole school bus.
I saw the bus.
Ooh,
And
okay.
still
I didn't
passed it.
see the stop sign.
All right. On that, let's talk about our
Favorite law.
Our favorite strange law.
Oh!
Yeah. So in Ohio, oh wait, no, not Ohio.
Good one.
In Ohio.
In California,
Can't walk with an ice cream cone in your back pocket on a Sunday.
I was going to say
That's
Is
Florida.
that an
You
actual
Yeah, that's
law?
Florida because people used it to lure horses.
in California you cannot shoot a whale from your car while driving past the ocean.
Do people do that?
Apparently,
It's
it was
illegal,
a
so
problem.
no.
Well, they
Well,
might have
did
at one
they?
point. You gotta
Back
make
in the
law
day,
somehow.
they were on a horse and buggy and they shot an arrow at a whale.
And they were
like,
down
we gotta
car
ban
anyway.
this.
We got stuff.
we gotta put an end to this.
Yeah,
People though, who cares?
I'm gonna stick
Yeah.
with no. I think it's Florida. That's like no ice cream in your back pocket on. Oh no ice cream cones in your pocket on like a Sunday. Florida also has
Why
one that's
specifically Sunday?
well, there's another one that there's a reason it's specifically Sunday, and it's unmarried women cannot skydive on a Sunday. And I don't remember. It's something to do with it being the Lord's domain.
Oh.
Salmonella Academy does a really good video on strange laws, and in that one they talk about it. But basically, an unmarried woman cannot go skydiving on a Sunday. And there might be more obscurities to that, but that's the basis of that law.
That's weird.
I think that should be implemented worldwide, though.
Oh. Okay.
Just because I think it makes a lot of sense.
I'm trying to think of any weird laws. I don't know if I know any like wacky
I'm kidding.
out of the ordinary.
Don't cancel me.
laws.
Well, in Ohio, you can't get a fish drunk.
I
Is
can.
that an
I've
actual-
done it before. I'll do it again.
You actually cannot get a fish drunk because it's like a way to like lure fish to you while you're fishing.
Just put a bottle of something.
Pour
on
a
the fish
bottle of
hook.
liquor into the river and hope fish start coming.
I hope fish just are like,
The fish are gonna be swimming like.
Imagine going to eat a fish and it just tastes like Jack Daniels. You're like, oh, this is strong. Just a bourbon sauce? What'd you guys put on this?
No, that's the blood of the fish.
Delicioso. What's the BAC on this fish's blood? Like 0.9?
It was fucking
90%.
It was dead as it was going down the river. They're like, oh hey, let's pick that up.
I think you can legally fish with dynamite in some states.
I know you can in
Yeah.
some states.
Which is insane.
Speaking of states,
You can fish.
Speaking of states,
You can fish by shooting into a river in some places.
Speaking of states, well, they have like that bow fishing stuff.
Hey, speaking of states, what's your favorite state, Tim?
God,
My favorite state. Well, that's the thing about me, is I've traveled in the time in my life that I can remember.
I've been everywhere.
I have only been in 4 states. I've been in Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, and Kentucky. I've been in other states, but it was when I was like 1, so I don't remember it. So
It's like 6 years ago.
out of the states that I've been to, my favorite is probably... I don't know. Kentucky was pretty nice.
No, it wasn't. Are you kidding
I
me?
don't know.
You've been to Kentucky. You
Maybe-
know it's not very nice.
Maybe Ohio, I guess. Or Indiana. Indiana was kind of nice.
No, you ever been to Gary, Indiana?
My favorite, no.
It's like all depression in the world
Who
comes
the
from
hell
Gary,
is
Indiana.
Gary? And what's
Based
he
on
doing in
stories
Indiana?
that I've heard, probably California.
Shut up. What? What are you talking
I don't.
about?
Tim's
I've
like-
never.
That's like
been,
being like, I like New York because it has New York City.
I've been
Like, what?
to like 4 different places, Jimmy.
Yeah, but how
It's
could you
not-
possibly be like, California's where it's at, man?
I don't know, because it's there.
Because it's sure not the people.
That's true.
It's not the scenery. People poop on the streets.
Oh, you know what? No, I know it. Maine. Maine is my
Yeah.
favorite state.
Maine is your
Maine
favorite
is really
state?
beautiful. Yeah.
It
I
is
could
a
live with
really
that.
nice
Because
state,
I
yeah.
I was looking at colleges in Maine just so that I could be there.
So I
because
could
it's
be in
nice.
Just so I
Yeah,
can
so
be
yeah,
Maine.
I forgot about Maine.
Jimmy, your favorite state?
That's a hard one. In the Union?
Yes, in the Union.
Ohio.
Any reasoning behind that? Because you know that.
Well,
that's how contact
Lincoln.
works.
Abraham Lincoln once said, "Glory to God on the highest. Ohio has saved the Union." So without
Hey, that's my man,
So-
Abraham Lincoln.
without Ohio, the Union wouldn't exist. Abraham Lincoln said that himself. So Ohio is objectively the best state because it saved the Union. Unless you're a Southerner, then you probably think Ohio is now the worst state because it saved the Union.
Not every Southerner is a Confederate. You know that, right?
Yeah. Okay. Where were you from again?
I lived in Tennessee for 2 years.
Oh!
Oh.
We got a Dixieland trader.
we got
a
Mr.
Dixieland trader
Confederacy
over here. You're a racist.
Hey Jimmy, why don't you tell us about your family in the Yucatan?
Hashtag,
No.
hashtag cancel
Jimmy, why don't you tell us
culture.
about your family in the Yucatan
Yeah.
and why they're there?
It's warm.
Yeah, that's not it.
All right. What's your favorite state in the Union?
All right, so I've been to my fair share of states. You know.
Yeah.
I've been
Everywhere, man.
not
By Willie Nelson.
Not really west of the Mississippi.
Well,
I've been to about 26 states in my life.
and none of them were west of the Mississippi?
Mm,
That's got to be like every single state over on this side of the Mississippi.
well, no, you gotta think about like all the states up in the northeast.
There's about 10 of them.
Yeah, there's about 10 of them, and then there's like.
So
however
you've
many
been to
there.
every single state that's...
Not every single state, but just about every single state east of the Mississippi.
Been to Louisiana,
Yes,
Florida,
yes,
Georgia,
yes,
Alabama,
yes,
Michigan,
yes.
Maine,
No,
New Hampshire.
no.
Oh,
You were talking all about how many there are up there, and you haven't been to them.
Well, I'm saying there's a lot up there, but I haven't been to a lot of those states.
Been to 26 states.
26 states.
And they're
Texas.
On the-
There were 13 colonies.
yeah. So now think
Texas
about that.
is-
13
have you been to
colonies, that's
Texas?
half.
Have you been to
I have
Texas?
not been to Texas, but Texas is west of the Mississippi.
Yeah, I thought someone said you've been west of Texas.
No.
All right, which states have you been to?
I think the furthest west I've been is Iowa.
That's west of the Mississippi.
Yeah, that's the furthest west I've been.
I'm sorry that this turned into a pop quiz.
Yeah.
You just said a really large number of states for such a small area, and it really threw me.
Well, it's not really that small. You gotta think like how it's divvied up.
Yeah, but I think most of the states are west of the Mississippi, including Alaska and Hawaii.
No, because the states that are west of the Mississippi are larger.
Yeah, but there's a lot of them.
Yeah, but they're larger, so there's actually less of them.
We're
If
gonna
you're
consult a
viewing this
map
at home.
after this. Yeah, I was gonna say.
We're
if
gonna
you're-
look at a map after
If you're
this.
viewing this, just
Even though I look at a map like every day.
just take a pee break while they debate this.
if you're watching at home, take a moment to read a map, and then leave in the comments who was.
God, Joey's an idiot.
It's gonna end up being like they're gonna be like, this dude really just said most states are west of the Mississippi. Me, I said that.
You
I know.
said that. He said that.
That was a turnaround to make me
All right,
look like the
so
idiot.
my favorite state in the union would have to be.
I'm waiting for him to say Tennessee just so we can hit him with the Confederate again.
I'm glad that I remembered Maine
Um,
existed because that is my favorite state.
I just couldn't believe you were gonna pick California.
I know. It was the first one, I was like, I've heard a lot about California.
Listen, not just to bash on California here, but like the cities are not very good from what I've heard.
Okay, so
Maine is the best.
So my favorite state is in fact Tennessee.
This man's.
If you
He
let me
lived
explain.
there.
Let me explain. I lived there for 2 years. Okay, it was great to live there as a kid. I don't know what it's like to live there now, as a young adult. But I was starting to pick up the accent when I left. So I was like,
Still have it.
Yeah, a little bit.
What was that?
That didn't
It's
sound
yeah,
like
a little bit.
Well, every southern accent's different. Like
Yeah.
Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama.
Yeah,
they're all
Northerners are the
different.
only ones that speak regular English.
I know, it's weird. Well, Midwest really, because in like Boston you got
In
those
Boston.
guys. In Boston.
I'm Irish.
And then
My khakis.
So in Tennessee, the weather was really nice. Like I'm talking like.
Warm?
Yeah, it was really warm naturally because it's further south, closer to the equator. So But one of the things I really liked
Was the pizza place.
No. So during the school year, they had it divided up so that you would go to school for 9 weeks and take 2 weeks off. So, but the summer was shorter. But you still had like good 2-week breaks from school, and it refreshed you as a student and it felt good. And during the winter, they would cancel school
For any snow.
for any snow,
No.
even if there
Yeah.
wasn't any
That's
snow.
funny.
Like if there was just a chance of snow, they would cancel school.
Oh man, if only.
If only, if only.
So oh my goodness. So now it's time for everybody to pick their least favorite state in the union.
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Enough said.
Pennsylvania.
Actually,
Enough said. 3 for 3 Pennsylvania is the shittiest state in the union.
yeah, but I've been to Gary, Indiana.
Don't trash
Yeah,
Indiana.
but I've been to Gary, Indiana.
Don't talk about all of Indiana like it's Gary, Indiana.
Yeah, but man, you go to Gary, Indiana, and it's got enough to radiate for the whole state. You look at it, and it genuinely feels like when like they give someone with like heavy depression a lot of like antidepressants.
Yeah.
It looks like what those people's houses look like when they don't realize they're terrible because they're on so many antidepressants. That's what Gary, Indiana looks like. Every person that's depressed in the United States draws their depression from Gary, Indiana. It's like a portal.
No wonder I've always wanted to go to Gary, Indiana.
Gary, Indiana draws people in. And once you're there, you can never leave.
It's a trap.
Not to diss on anybody living in Gary, Indiana. It's just you guys seem depressed.
Are you guys sad?
If you're from Gary, Indiana, please leave in the comments if you're as sad as you look.
There's gonna be one.
There's gonna
There's gonna be one guy that's like, it sucks here.
It sucks here. Get me out.
500 comments that are like, I'm reaching the end.
Even other people know. Other people know and no one helps.
And somehow the video only has like 200 views.
Yeah.
But at the
There's
same
just a
time-
bunch of comments.
Please help.
One person leaves like 800 comments.
help. But to be fair, I've also taken the Pennsylvanian Turnpike system. And that really... Have you, either of you ever taken the Pennsylvanian Turnpike system?
Yes, I go
I
to
haven't.
a lot of
Yeah,
places.
it's awful. They scan your license plate when you're done, and they're like, yeah, we'll just mail you the bill. What? Just let me pay it now. And it's like $50 to ride from coming into the state to Gettysburg. Which I get that's like half, if not more than half of the state. But I don't want to bill
Half
for
of the
$50.
state of Pennsylvania is...
I don't want to bill for $50 in the mail when I could have paid it when I knew the trip was happening.
Right.
So for that, Pennsylvania,
Boo,
Boo.
you suck.
go back to
Oh, wait.
Germany.
Also, what do you
where
guys think of this new format? Let me know in the
Yeah.
comments what you think of this.
Do you like
it was
the
actually
OT
Tim's
table?
idea.
Do you like
and
me
it
all
was
the way
a-
back
It was
here?
a great idea.
Do you
I
like
thought.
Far Away, Jimbo?
Far away, Jimmy, or close
I
up?
thought
Jimmy?
it would be funny if
Joey
we were
up
all
here?
sitting around the
Oh.
table with sweaters and tea.
It's hot out.
I
Summer.
wore my tux today to be fancy.
That's true.
I wore this college shirt so everybody knew exactly who to email when I get canceled.
I just threw some.
Hi, Baldwin Wallace. I'd like to cancel James Skidmore.
He said Andrew Jackson was a good president and that the Trail of Tears needed to happen.
Well, I don't think that's enough reason to put a guy away forever.
Oh, not even get me out of college. Just send me to prison. Like, yeah, go to jail. Immediately go to jail.
You're on Alcatraz. That's not bad.
They're going to send you to an abandoned prison.
When we're done, I'm going to tell you the joke I thought of.
Okay. It's probably inappropriate. So,
just as a side note, one positive about America that I was thinking about
freest country.
We have a lot of different areas with mountain ranges. And I know that's weird, but I'm really into mountains and hiking.
Tear down Mount Rushmore.
So I really... What is this?
Is that like the physical version of getting canceled?
Yeah. Joey.
What you got in here, bud?
That's not mine, dude.
Those are small, bud.
Yeah, you think I wear those? Look at my thick fucking thighs.
Stop.
Look at my thick thighs.
Sit down.
I just showed... Wow, I bet everyone's gonna be like, wow, Joey kind of thick.
I don't think... maybe.
I'm gonna get a bunch of fan mail and it's gonna be like, whoa, Joey.
Speaking of fan
thick,
mail, we'll put Joey's address in the comments if you want to send us fan mail.
Or we'll send it to my P.O. box.
Do we have...
I don't have a P.O. box.
Send it to Tim's house. It's in the city, so nobody can, like, shoot him there.
Right, but people
That's
can...
not necessarily
But
true.
people can shoot me out here.
Yep. And you'd be defenseless.
And you know what? To finish up this episode, let's talk about our favorite amendment real quick. Tim, you go first.
I don't want to go first.
You know what? Let's
I have to
Jimmy,
think.
let's talk while Tim is thinking.
That's
right.
a good
What do you want to talk
idea.
about?
You know, how you been?
This date? Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. How are you?
I mean, we can make this a date.
Okay, how are you doing, bud?
I'm doing pretty good, you know. Been
Let's go ahead.
on that
Look
work
up the
grind.
amendment.
per
Work
se.
grind.
That work grind.
Update, Tim has forgotten the amendments.
I know I know the amendments. I'm just looking at them right now. That way I can like.
What's your
read
favorite
them all
amendment?
and see
Well,
which one is my favorite.
Tim's going first.
Oh.
We're gonna let him go first.
Fine, I'll give you this. What's your least favorite amendment?
My least favorite amendment? So,
Be real careful here, bud.
I hate how the 21st and 19th Amendment, like, exist. Because, like, one, why does the 19th Amendment... Why is it still in there if the 21st just cancels it out? And in that case, why is the 21st in there? Why not just have it be, like, gone?
I think if I could get rid of one amendment, it would be the 21st.
That's my joke.
Oh,
That's my
My bad.
joke that we did on PlayStation the other day. Nice try, bud.
I thought you said get rid of the 18th.
No, I don't.
It'd be funnier if it was get rid of the 18th, because then the 21st would be absolutely pointless.
Oh, did I say?
You said
I meant
18th.
18th for
Yeah.
what I was saying earlier. Yeah, that's my bad.
So if you got rid of the 18th, it wouldn't matter, because the 21st just cancels the
Wait,
18th.
what's the 19th Amendment then?
Women's right to vote.
Yeah.
I hate that one.
Ah!
That's my least favorite. Wow.
Let's go back to the Bill of Rights. I'm looking at
Jesus,
those
Tim.
amendments.
He just got canceled.
Tim's
Joe,
going-
you just got canceled.
Tim's gonna pick 3 and be like, yeah, I don't think soldiers should be living in my
That's
house.
My favorite amendment. Someone's gonna pick things that aren't controversial. Just like, yes, I really enjoy the 7th Amendment.
Ooh. How about the Fourth Amendment? Because I like my privacy, you know? I feel like everybody has a right to their own privacy, so I feel like it's important that...
Yeah, but that doesn't exist anymore.
What do you mean it doesn't
We live in a
exist?
digital world and
We live in a
everything's online.
society.
That is very true, but still...
Roll credits. Roll credits. Edit in some credits. Put some credits in there.
I can't edit on this. This is...
For anybody
Uncut
that doesn't know, the
footage.
Fourth Amendment is about needing a warrant
Well,
for
quit messing
searches or
with the table.
seizures.
Tim,
Don't mess with the table.
That was your
don't
foot.
mess with the table.
So yeah,
That
the
was
Fourth
louder
Amendment.
than I thought it needed to be.
What about Jimmy? What's your favorite amendment?
Second.
That's a solid choice.
Because,
That's a solid choice.
Because you know you need a gun. I'm not debating as to what kind of gun, your preference, if you don't like ARs, you don't like them. I'm just saying as an overall, so as to not get canceled. My whole thing here is I think you should be allowed to own some kind of firearm.
See, I also like the Second Amendment, but it's not my favorite. Now, here at Joe Hog TV, we really appreciate the First Amendment, the freedom of speech. And without the freedom of speech, we wouldn't be able to have this little show
dead.
we have
It's
here.
dead. Freedom of speech is dead.
Oh, yeah? Watch this.
No, don't do it, no!
Fuck! I said the bad word, okay? Because I have this freedom of speech, we're able to create this show and make this content. And honestly, I enjoy all the time I spend with you guys here at Joe Hog TV on the Exotic Trash Podcast.
I enjoy our time too.
Let's
Dude,
talk
you're out
about
of frame. You're out of frame. It's just your pee-pees. And Joey, you got some kind of weird, thing going on there.
It's just my shorts.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man, it's good to hang out.
It's just the way I'm standing.
It's just the way I'm standing. I'm glad to be here. I appreciate that we do this show. Thank you for having me.
That's your co-host, Jimmy Skidmore.
Actually, it's host now. We're your hosts.
We're all co-hosts.
You're a co-host. We're your hosts.
Technically, we're all co-hosts. But I like to take the title of host because it was my idea.
Well, we're the hosts.
Yeah.
We're the hosts.
And on that note,
and that's our co-host.
I hope everyone has a splendid 4th of July and has an amazing time.
I'm glad you
during
enjoyed
the
our
summer.
last podcast.
Let's not talk about the last episode, but I hope everyone's having a great time, and I hope you enjoy watching the show. We're going to start picking things back up again. Sorry about the delays, with everything going on with coronavirus and all this. It's been difficult to get into the basement, I guess, and
more food
make
reviews.
video. Definitely more food reviews. Yes.
Next episode, we are gonna do
a sauce gauntlet.
Spice gauntlet.
Spice gauntlet. Oh.
Not next episode because it's gonna take a bit to set up, but we will be doing a spice gauntlet
coming soon.
Which will feature the mayor of Tiffin.
Oh my god! But
if you're out there,
let's not make any.
If you're out there, mayor of Tiffin, come on the show. Enjoy the show.
Can you not talk in blocks?
Come here and enjoy the show.
Come into the show.
And he would enjoy it. We could keep it clean.
I can do that. I've been on episodes with Mansoor and Gillig. I've been able to keep it clean.
Okay. Spice Gauntlet with Mansoor. That's a more reasonable goal.
Be fun.
That's more reasonable.
That's a reasonable
We
goal.
can probably talk him into that because I think he's bored.
I think he's bored.
I'm going to come out and say it. I think he's bored. I don't think he likes us at all.
He's probably.
I think he hates us.
He's
I think
probably,
he's just
he hates
bored.
us, but
He's probably never gonna watch this either.
No, God.
And he's just gonna be on the Spice Gauntlet episode.
He's just going to appear, and he's never once going to be. If I had to put my
He's never
predictions
going to
in,
question it.
I don't think he's going to do very well. I think he's going to be
You know
the
what?
second out.
No, since he's been around the world, I think he's going to do really
he'll
well
do all
because
right.
he's got experienced taste buds.
Yeah, but do you think he shows up in a place and it's just what's the hottest thing you have? It's not like he just shows up and goes, what's the spiciest food you have?
I want a challenge.
He's like, excuse me, now that I'm in this country to relax, give me whatever the hottest thing you have is. I go to Taco Bell and I get mild sauce.
Oh, wow.
You're not gonna last.
Jimmy's not
I'm
gonna
gonna
last
die.
long.
And
not even
I think
fire
Diablo
sauce.
sauce is the equivalent to mild sauce.
loser's
now.
gonna get tased.
And pepper
Yes.
sprayed
I
at
don't
the
know,
same time.
Because I might lose, so I don't know if I want to do pepper sprayed.
Well, I could. I could get pepper spray. I could.
Yeah, I know you
could
can
get
get
a
it,
taser.
but I don't want to be pepper sprayed.
Okay. Well, anyways,
order a
this has
taser on
been
Amazon.
the Exotic Trash Podcast. I'm your host, Joey Simcoe.
I'm your other host, Jimmy Skidmore.
And I'm the co-host, Timo.
And
Just Timo.
this is us. Signing off.